Hi Taurus, welcome back. This is the Taurus Sexual Magic Tarot reading for this week. Hope you guys are doing well. We just had the full moon in Aries, and I just did the Aries reading, which I don't know why I didn't think of that while I was doing that, but you know what? Because I'm not thinking when I'm doing these readings. I'm just saying what wants to come out. Okay, so Taurus. What's going on with Taurus? Already I'm feeling this energy of it's like my way or the highway, or everyone's butting heads because there's just this fixed energy about kind of like how Taurus can be stubborn. There's that fixed of like energy with them. But I feel like everyone's in that energy. The moon might be in Taurus still or leaving Taurus. I'm not sure, but I do know for sure yesterday, the energy yesterday was very like a Taurus energy. Like even in my house, everyone was very like in their feelings and stubborn about how they were feeling. Like their feelings were the only feelings that needed to be expressed. So it's funny because when you don't know, like you can't tap into like the energy, or I feel like most people can, but they just take it on as their own. Excuse me, I'm gonna sneeze. Bless me. There might be something you need to let go of. You can kind of just take it on. It's nice to know kind of what's going on with the energy, because then you can just be an observer of it and it doesn't have to be so personal. It's just like this collective energy. Anyway, somebody needs to talk about something that they're holding in. Now I'm feeling nervous. Okay. Taurus. 3 more shuffles. 3, 2, 1. Okay. I'm getting this energy of like you might need to talk about something, but there's also this energy that I'm feeling that's very much like, what's the point? Like I give up, defeated. And it's like if you would just talk about it, it would help resolve the issue, but you're in an energy of like, it doesn't matter, what's the point? And I feel very, very anxious. Yeah, somebody is feeling very much on the outside of something and maybe looking in to something that they feel like they have it all, or their life looks great, or their life looks like picture perfect, or you're feeling like there's something you're on the outside of and you're very down about it. And in that energy of like, what's the point? You're not really seeing, a way out or a solution. You're very in your mind, and that mental energy of being in your mind with your feelings, which air signs, there's like a misconception that they're not like feelers, but they're because they're in the energy of the headspace, mental, but most of the stuff they're mental about is their feelings. So I'm feeling like there's a lot going on internally and in your mind, but it's surrounded with your feelings. But there's definitely this energy feeling of like, what's the point? Like there's nothing you could do or say that's going to change anything. So you're just not going to do anything. You're just kind of like sitting this one out and hoping that it kind of takes care of itself. You're feeling very defeated, okay? Because you're here, okay, here we go. Because you're missing passion. Is this going to be, this might be the energy across the board. I noticed when I did the readings last week, there were a lot of, the stories were a little bit different, but there was a lot of the same kind of energy going on. And this is the first time, that I'm just putting myself on camera. This is usually something that is like just a passion of mine behind closed doors. So maybe this is something, I'm sharing this for a reason. Maybe there's something that you're passionate about that you're just not talking about or expressing because you're like, what's the point? even if I did it or shared it or whatever, it wouldn't matter anyway. So I'm feeling like either you're lacking passion in your life, or there's something that you're passionate about that you don't talk about, or maybe that people don't know about you. And you're kind of like in your life thinking, what's the point of me talking about it now? Or you're just like, yeah, you just feel like, what's the point? But you're definitely in your mind and feelings about something passionate, whether it's a project, something you want to do, something that nobody knows about you, a person, going to a place. There's something right now that you're feeling down about, that you're passionate about, or that you feel like you're tied to, and it could just be that we're in the energy of fall right now. And, that's when, you should be releasing things, letting go of things, or necessarily letting go of things, or making space for things that serve you and letting go of the things that don't serve you. And maybe you're seeing now that you've gotten in the pattern of doing a lot of things that necessarily aren't who you are or haven't served you. But maybe it seems like a lot, like there's a lot of stuff about your life or who you are, who you've become, that doesn't really serve you, and it's not really who you are. And you're just like, how did I get here? What am I doing? This isn't what I'm passionate about. But I'm like so far right that it's like, how do I get out of it? What's the point now? Like, there's this giving up energy, but I'm also feeling angry. Like inside, it might not even be that maybe you're not even expressing your anger, but you're angry, you're sad, you're about something or someone, or you'll know how it applies. That there's something. You could just be in a place right now where you're just feeling anger, because no matter what you think about, or everything you think about kind of triggers you to feel like, what's the point? I'm definitely feeling this energy of like giving up and riding it out, like, or that you don't see a way out, or you could be sitting outside at night, and it could be, you could be having thoughts about somebody that you are passionate about, or something that you're passionate about. Or when you think of somebody, they light this fire in you, this spark in you. And I want to say I'm feeling hot, but I'm not necessarily sure what the heat is yet. I want to say it's anger, but it could be heat because something you think about gets you excited, and maybe you can't see how to like obtain that or get that. So that makes you feel angry and hot, like something excites you and you get all excited about it, but then you're just like, how am I going to do that? Like, what's the point? There's a very defeated feeling too. There's a lot of emotions going on here. Somebody just wants their thing or their person or something, and they're just like, I don't know how I would go about that. Okay, here we go. So there's either a fire sign, a Leo, or you're feeling like you're not sure you're strong enough to get through this, whatever the situation is, or the person, or whatever's going on here. I'm like breaking out in hives. So it's something extreme. I'm going to say it's something extreme because I'm feeling all over the place. I'm feeling I'm feeling a lot of fire energy, a lot of heat, because there's something here that either somebody's very upset about, angry about, sad about, and they just don't see how they're going to get through it, or they're worried that they're not going to make it through, or it's not going to turn out the way that they want, or they just can't see how, or maybe they just are in a place where they need strength right now because they're just not feeling they're not feeling any like good energy, or they're not seeing, or they're seeing that everyone is kind of like, they're perceiving that everyone has their shit together, or they're looking in and looking like, oh my God, everything's great for everyone else. Like, when's it my turn? I'm over here like wrestling in the mud every day, getting dirty, working my ass off, and I still am over here every day in the dirt working my ass off. But every time I look into other people's lives, it seems the opposite. Like, they're on vacation, they're celebrating, they're relaxing, they're having fun, they're living life, and you're just feeling like you never have time for that. Or you're looking in on someone or a person that you just feel like, oh my God, they're so strong, and you admire that, or you wish you could be more like that. But right now, I mean, I have to say what I'm feeling. I'm just feeling the energy of somebody's just really, or a situation is just really at a point where it just feels dark. You're looking in, and maybe you're looking inward, and it just feels dark. And maybe you're not saying these things. You're not expressing the darkness that you feel. Maybe you're wishing you could express what you're really feeling inside, but you've never done that in the past, so you're not sure how to just all of a sudden say, hey, I'm not doing so well, or I'm not feeling so strong, or I need strength, or I need help, or I need something. Maybe you've been carrying this something for so long that you're just at your wit's end about it. And this could have to do with a relationship that you're in. It could involve children. Okay, this is what I'm getting. I hope this resonates with you guys, because I can't really make sense of the things that are coming in. And I mean, that's not really my job. It's just, I'm just have to give the messages I'm getting. I'm getting that you are feeling really low about something, a person, a situation, about life, inside. Something is feeling low. There's a darkness there. You need to surrender whatever that is. And what I'm getting is that you need to actually talk to God, or to your angels, or to the universe, or to the energies, the spirits around you, people of love and light, people in your family who you know love and support you. And they're going to help you unravel all the things, or let go all the things. You need to really, I'm feeling like you really need to lean on something other than yourself, whether it be a higher power, whatever it is that you recognize in your life as higher than you. Maybe you don't have that connection anymore with that. And you're just like, how did I get here? Or you're so far from something that you once had in your life in the past, or something like that. And what I'm getting is that I'm feeling you need to surrender it to something bigger than yourself, and just have faith, pray, know that it's all going to work out. Don't be so hard on yourself. Stop looking into other people's lives. Stop putting yourself in a place where you're seeing things that are making you feel bad, because you can control that, whether it's staying off social media. Stop looking at somebody's Instagram. Stop looking at somebody's Facebook. Whatever it may be, it's telling you to take a break, because you can't change maybe your immediate situation around you right now, but all that extra stuff isn't really helping your state of mind, or what's going on with you emotionally. I'm feeling like maybe you're a mess. Maybe things are all over the place. Maybe you're just like, how did I get here? And you're wishing that you could go back and do it all over and start over. And you just don't see how to get out of this mess or whatever you're tied up in, or whatever. And I'm just feeling like you need to let it all go. Let all the things, or any situation or stuff that you put yourself in that you don't necessarily need to do, to release yourself from those unnecessary things. Focus on each day at a time, one day at a time, one moment at a time, on what you need to put your energy and attention to, the thing that you can't change, but your day-to-day stuff that you can't get out of right now. And just focus on that one day at a time, and just have a closer connection with your higher self, or whatever it is that you believe in. Talk to that person, energy, get close with it, and lean on it, and ask for help too. I'm just feeling like, oh my God, I'm just feeling like that. Oh my God, like, how did I get here? I feel like everything's all over the place. There's something that's messy. There's something that you feel like is taking a lot of work, a lot of energy, and you're not getting anywhere. You're not seeing the results, or all the work and energy you're doing is going into something else. Somebody else is the person who's reaping the benefits or the rewards for all of the stuff that you're doing, and you're just feeling like, maybe I made the wrong choice. Or maybe you're finally coming to a place like that full circle moment where maybe in the past you looked into a situation and thought to yourself like, anything's got to be better than this, because you were like perceiving it one way, right? And our perception changes by going through experiences. And maybe that's what's happening. Maybe you're finally looking back at like, oh my God, I thought it was so bad then. And anything's better than this. So maybe this is all happening just because it's a lesson. Like maybe you have a habit of just being so in your head and seeing the worst case scenario that you actually created the worst case scenario. And this is a message for you to stay positive. Think about creating the things that you want to think about. Think about the high vibe things, the good energy things. Stop putting yourself in situations where you're just looking into it with this negative, low energy, because you're just going to keep creating more of that. And you, I hate to say this, but it's what wants to be said. You created this mess. And we all do, right? We're all guilty of that. When you get to the place where you really learn the lesson of like, wow, look what I created, and you understand the power of your thoughts that you're doing every single day, that you have the power to change that, like that is a moment where you're just like on the verge. I've been there, where it's like, oh my God, you finally see it all makes sense. How didn't you see it before? And then you're like really hard on yourself, like, oh my God, how did I did this to myself? How am I gonna get myself out of this? But the good news is, no matter how uncomfortable it is, you created the mess moment by moment, thought by thought, and you can create something new moment by moment, thought by thought. The thing here is to just be aware of what you are creating. And the best way to be aware of what we are creating in our life is how we feel, okay? So if you're feeling really low and angry, and I mean, look at me. This is an intense energy. If you're feeling this, that needs to be the thing that gets your attention, to say to yourself, I need to do something right now to put me in a good mood, to change my energy, to shift it to happiness, to feeling good. And maybe that's what I'm trying to say, is like these things you're looking in on, they're keeping you very low vibe and like very in the same, creating the same mess, creating the same struggle that you feel like you're in. So the best way to change your life or your surroundings is by how you're feeling. Your feelings are the number one way to tell what it is I'm creating. And you need to just focus on things that make you happy, do things that make you happy, spend your time with people who make you happy. If you don't know how to do that, put on funny movies, listen to songs that make you feel happy. Don't be putting on the radio listening to this depressing, sad music that makes you feel worse, because you're like, man, this is my life, and you're just resonating with that. But when you're in that, you know, when you're in that all the time, you're creating more of that. It's like you're saying to the universe, all these feelings I'm feeling, that this song is triggering me, that I'm just like one with this song, like me in the song. This person gets me. My life is so hard. You're just creating more of that. You need to listen to stuff that gets you hyped, and put on a funny movie, laugh, go for a walk, move your body. Don't sit in it. Don't sit in that. I need to get out of how I'm feeling right now. Taurus, I feel for you. It does get better. I've been there. We've all been there. The number one thing you can do is just control what you can control. And the only thing, sometimes I know it seems so hard, is to control how we're feeling, or to shift ourselves into a new feeling when we're feeling this heaviness, okay? I hope this helped you. I hope this resonated with you. I hope it makes sense for somebody. Thank you so much for watching, and Taurus, I'll see you guys next week. Thank you so much.